Hope you guys are having a safe trip home from the Midwest Gaming Classic, or whatever you're doing tonight at home on this Sunday, wet Sunday evening in the North or Midwest. For you too, Glenn. It was miserable, wasn't it?
Yep. Yeah, it's still snowing out there.
Yeah,
Still ice.
Yes. We're here to talk about the competitive nature. We used to have a show 5 nights a week. Now we have a show maybe once a month. We do some streaming. If you could be so kindly, especially if you have an Amazon Prime account, there's this little button like right above my head. It says subscribe. Why don't you go ahead and click that? That'd be very grateful. So you guys can watch us. We're on Facebook tonight, but we prefer you go watch us on Twitch. So once again, I am Michael Soroka. I'm also joined by my co-host who helped us fix the audio, Mr. Ninglendo. How are you?
I'm doing fine.
Ninglendo from Twin Galaxies. How are you?
I'm doing fine.
Okay. Are they slave? Are they sleigh driver?
Oh, they're a fine group of people to work with.
They're fine people to work with. Okay, see, I'm trying to squeeze something out of them, guys. And thanks for joining us in the chat. Hi, Robert. Hi, Brandon. Nice to see you all. Hi, Josh. Thanks for joining us tonight. It's very fun. Sunday. I don't know if I know how to do this on a Sunday. It's kind of weird. Well, it's weird without Nick here, too. So, but it is what it is. Typically, there's probably, you're like, well, let's talk about the good stuff. Well, it's really not good. But we'll get to it, of course. But as usual, without any technical difficulty, it's time for the latest select few video game world records. Here we go. World records! World records! World records! World records! World records! World records! We got this world record playing video games. Latest video game world records from me sitting there on a desk from an old time ago. Congratulations to Ryan Gavigan from Noblesville, Indiana. A new world record on Astro Smash for the Mattel Aquarius home computer system. A score of 161,280 points. And for those folks at home, this was a cartridge-based computer system. Say no DOS box, no DOS, no Windows 98. It's a great system, and I would like to challenge Ryan if I could get a cartridge or so. But nice job, Ryan. You still know how to read records, Glenn?
Yeah, I still know how to read.
Okay, cool.
All right, we have Brendan Weaver from Burnville, Pennsylvania, Commodore 64, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, and TSC points 33,400. Congratulations to Brendan.
Yes. Awesome. Nice job. Newbie to the scoreboard. Newbie. I love the newbies. I love the pixelated newbies, too. And we got one of my favorite gamers who's returned from the 2010 era, Paul Zim Zam Zimmerman from the United States of America. A new world record on Atlantis for the Atari 2600 Game 1 Difficulty B. A new world record of 7,352,730 points. Almost an 8-hour performance. Awesome job, Paul. Awesome. Very
nice
awesome.
Nice to see him back.
It is great to see such a great gamer back. It's great. It's like he like left before certain things happened, and then he came back and things have changed again. So it's very bizarre, but it's great to see Paul back. He's actually doing one. It seems to be one world record a week was his post. So I hope to see more from him. He's been pretty consistent. He's 3 for 3. It might be 4 for 4, but nice job, Paul. Welcome back.
And we have Brian Romer from United States of America. Arcade, pole position 2, test track, factory settings, points 90,580. Congratulations to Brian. It's a monster score right there.
That is a monster score. Pole position 2. I was surprised when I drew the graphics up for this that there weren't as many submissions for pole position 2. I'm like, pole position 2 is like a way better game than pole position 1. But that's just my opinion. But I don't know.
Maybe they're harder to find.
Maybe that's probably true too. Most people have a pole position 1. I'm assuming it runs on the same hardware.
Yeah, I would assume so. I don't know. Not a pole position 2 expert there.
I mean, I mostly played on the 7800 pole position too. That's a good game. But nevertheless, congratulations, Brian. We also have, I think, one of our viewers tonight, a new world record on hard driving from Mr. David Holycross from North Carolina, USA. A new world record on the default track. Now, there's multiple tracks for this game. On the Sega Genesis, 359,262 points, edging out the King of Pongs, Mark Cohen. Myself way down there on the list. Nice job, David.
Gonna have to see if Mark is gonna take that one back.
Typically, I'm surprised. That was verified on, 414? I guess maybe Mark hasn't had a chance. And typically, Mark, when he goes for a record, he goes for it the next day. But we'll see. I hope it goes back and forth so we can announce it on this show. And last but not least,
Mike Payne on the arcade. Crash points 50,320. Which I think is a game Mike beat me at in an arcade tournament.
That's right.
A year ago.
1 year ago, well, I don't want to say today, but MGC last year. It was a great tournament. Went down to the finals, and I somehow won.
Claw machine.
And I didn't want to play that, and that was the best part. But that Crash is a very awesome game. Congratulations to Mike. Also for getting Mike to get it tracked in the Twin Galaxies database too. That was a there's still some arcade games that aren't tracked, and they're out in the wild, folks. They're not just they're just not MAME. So that's just a select. Trust me, that's just a select few of the latest video game world records.
World records! World records! World records! World records! World records! World records! We got this world record playing.
Yes! Thank you, folks, for joining us once again tonight. If I did see a couple comments, we'll try to read them and talk about it too. Yes, is this a weekly show yet? We're not to that point too, but if you guys hit that subscribe button right about there, or we also have, what do we call that thing? It's a Patreon.
Patreon.
I thought I had the graphic ready. I don't. I'm pathetic. I'll have it on later. Is it this one? Nope, that's that guy. Nope, that's not. That is definitely not the Patreon graphic we want to show. What do you think? What we should do, Glenn? We don't pre-plan these shows anymore, folks. Should we give everybody what they tuned in for? Or should we start talking about the mishaps and finally it's over with? Because we do have things said by arcade gamers.
We do.
Yeah.
We do have a certain Galaga Championship.
Yeah, we do have that to talk about too. Let's just do one of them. Folks, those arcade gamers, man, they've been saying things the past 3 months, but here's another segment of things said by arcade gamers. There we go.
Things said by arcade gamers. Shit. Oh, what? I missed the back jump. Don't you do it, you mother sucking suckbag. Well, that's really stinky. Stinky poo poo caca. Go, 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 go. Woo!
Things said by arcade gamers.
Yes, things said by arcade gamers. One of the Donkey Kong competitors. I saw somebody say, start positive. You know what? We will start positive. That is a great Donkey Kong player. It was fun watching him stream the other night. But yes, we will talk about what happened a couple weeks ago, the Galaga World Championships results. Were you surprised, Glenn, by how well the Galaga World Championship went on?
Yeah, I mean, from what I heard, everyone enjoyed it. I was told it was a great event, very well ran, and everyone seemed to have a good time. So hopefully there'll be more in the future. I don't know if they're going to stick with Galaga or move on to another game, but it'd be nice to see them at least continue it every couple years if they can.
Yeah, it was. I was very excited to watch the Galaga World Champions. I heard it was gonna be all day Saturday and all day Sunday, and I was. It was Easter Sunday, so I know many of you have families. I don't know if you. Of course, you would rather like to watch it live, but I will say I was a tiny bit disappointed that there was very little Galaga play on Saturday, except there were some world record runs going on. We had Tim McVeigh, and why can't I don't have his name written down. I feel terrible. They were going for Marathon Nibbler. There was no world record beaten there, but Tim McVeigh got the 5 life limit world, or it's not verified by Twin Galaxies at this point, but we know there's a lot of world records. Donald Hayes did a world record. Mr. John McAllister did the Asteroids Tournament 5-man record. And Hector Rodriguez, of course, trampled his own track and field world record. So that was kind of the stuff that was going on Saturday, and that's what I was really kind of disappointed about, is I was hoping to see more Galaga footage. But obviously Thursday and Friday was qualifying, and they weren't streaming on those days, probably because of man hours and stuff like that. But I want to say, if you guys get a chance, you want to see how a classic arcade tournament should be ran and broadcasted to you folks at home on Twitch, check out Meow Wolf, twitch.tv/MeowWolf. Of course, all the broadcast is archived. It was, I don't know if it was, obviously it wasn't the most, well, the finals were exciting, but it was I was basically on Easter Sunday, I was checking my phone. I had to tune into that. It was displayed, they had co-hosts, they had color commentary with the ghosts. I'm playing too much Ghostbusters on pinball, folks. They had all the guests of the competitors playing. It was a real treat. It was very professionally done. So that's where Nick would chime in. But we do want to congratulate Andrew Barra, of course. He won the $10,000 world prize, cash prize. Came in second place, Armando Gonzalez, which Phil Day was on our show prior to the Galaga World Championship, and he picked him as the winner. And I was quite impressed with Armando's skill set. I kind of think I know Andrew's pushing for it too, and then probably Andrew Laidlaw will probably be gearing up to defend his world record on 5-man ship, but I think Armando might squeeze a world record in there first. That's just my opinion. And third place, John Kinkle from Michigan came in third place. And fourth place, or we'll say, was Mr. Andrew Laidlaw, current Galaga 5-man world record. It was just too cool. That's an event I really wish it wasn't on Easter weekend. But nevertheless, there's supposed to be one next year, right?
Hopefully.
Yeah, they said they were kind of teasing there would be one next year. They're not sure if it will be Galaga only, or I really think, based on the viewership and the interest, that it'll be somewhat centrated about Galaga. Maybe it won't be 10 players, maybe a smaller pool of champions with some other games, but very cool. And I would love to learn more about this art exhibit and how they're funding this, and hopefully they can give creative ideas to other arcade or classic console tournaments to have these events be put on, and especially broadcasted too. That was granted, that's what I like to do and go over that stuff, but it was nice for me to be able to watch something and purely enjoy it and know exactly what's going on in the competition, all from my mobile phone. So hope you guys check it out. Nice to see you guys from Brazil. Be a good night to discuss the Billy controversy. You know what? We will talk about it. Hopefully this will be the end of it, because it is the end of it. If there anything else comes up, it does come up at that point. So we're anything else about the Galaga Championships, Glenn?
Just congratulations to Andrew. That was a pretty awesome performance.
Yeah, it was very cool to watch. You guys got to watch the last match too. The last match is you fast forward through the 8-hour stream, and you guys can definitely you'll enjoy it. I mean, we already told you who won, but like I said, watching Galaga, watching people double up their ships again, and seeing how long they can last on one ship, and just the pure pressure of knowing, especially that last round when Armando was down, I believe 1 or 2 ships early, and Andrew wasn't, there's that level of confidence, and you could see it in their different types of play. You could totally see Armando play a lot slower and safer once he lost those 2 lives, and you could see it go back and forth. So make sure you guys check it out. There's also, you guys are talking about Donkey Kong tonight and all that score, and Donkey Kong forums bringing up all this proof that Billy Mitchell used MAME for his tape submissions. Well, guess what? There's a new Galaga fan website tracking all the Galaga scores from Arcade, Twin Galaxies, MAME. I don't know if they're doing any other submissions, but our good friend Phil Day is the moderator for, I believe it's GalagaForums.com. You guys will correct us in the chat. You guys can post the link. I don't think we have any problems with the links. Yes, it will never end. Yes, of course it will never end. Until every Donkey Kong cabinet is burned on this planet, it will never, ever, ever end. So, cool. You gaming anything, Glenn?
The MGL started.
Yes, you guys thought we were going downhill. What's the MGL, Glenn?
Well, poor Paul Hornetsky, triple O on the forums. He runs the tournament, and it's, I think, 2 games at a time for so many days, and then he just switches it up, and I think it goes in seasons. This is my first time participating in it, so it's going to be fun. First 2 games is Commando and Wonder Boy.
On MAME.
On MAME.
On MAME or a real arcade machine. It doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't matter.
As long as you
know who's eligible to play? He is eligible to play. He's not banned. Well, actually, maybe he might be. I don't know.
You can sign up at any time, too.
Mm-hmm. So check out, there's a post on AussieArcade.com, and then, of course, on Twin Galaxies. So if you have been recently banned from Twin Galaxies, you can go to Aussie Arcade and still participate. I think screenshots are all you need unless you're first place or something like that. We're going to have Paul probably on next month's show, but the important part is, well, maybe it's not so important. The important part is to compete and have fun. Like I said, there's going to be an array of games from here till the end of the year. There's 4 different quarters with weeks off. I'm not going to go into too much detail on how grueling it is. But the nice part is there's some typical cash prizes in U.S. dollars. So
can't go wrong there.
No, so you can make some money playing MAME. So find Paul's post. Maybe if we're not lazy enough, we'll put it up in the chat, or maybe somebody else is sitting at their keyboard want to post it up. But it'll be a lot of fun. We'll be reporting on it for the next month, because that's the only tournament that we know going on in the classic console community online, because Twin Galaxies has been, let's say, the programmers and designers of the websites are knee-deep in all this shit. Yeah, I said a bad word. The tournament thing has gone away on the website. There's no Twin Galaxy. There's no tournaments.Twin Galaxies. We're supposed to have that by now. But
time.
I know it's doing time, but I can pretty much tell you if this dispute these past 2 disputes went by quicker. I know we'll get into why they didn't go quicker, but if somebody would just kind of come out and said anything, we'd be back onto tournaments and more. Nevertheless, positive stuff. Positive.
The stuff that really matters.
Yes, the stuff that really matters. And speaking of stuff that really matters, those arcade gamers, they say some important things. So now it's time for another segment of Things Said by Arcade Gamers. Here we go.
Now I've asked everybody, what are your 3 letters you put up?
Yes, so I was going to ask you.
What's that all about?
So what is
Comes from Gauntlet. Red.
Yeah.
Okay.
Eats food badly.
Yeah.
Excellent, man. I love hearing those kind of stories. That's great.
That's cool.
Very awesome.
Things said by arcade gamers.
Yes, John McAllister, Asteroids World Champion.
Arcade legend.
Arcade legend, in my opinion, the greatest arcade gamer of all time. But
He's up there. He's definitely on the Mount Rushmore.
him and Don Hayes, man. It's like Bud Bowl and Bud Bowl Light. It's like the
Martin
Bud Bowl.
Bedard. St.
Yes.
Bedardius.
Yeah, Bedard too.
Matt Hall. That's a lot of good ones.
Yeah, when are we gonna have maybe Meow Wolf will do the overall Arcade World Championships? Perhaps.
Post the Battle of the Arcades there. Maybe get in touch with those guys.
Yeah, but I mean, I want individuals. I want individuals playing in a medal type format where if you get the top 3 or top 5, you get points, and then you add all the points together and you get a championship on multiple games. I know it won't be exciting for Twitch, but I think it'd be pretty cool. Yeah, Stephen Wagner too. That's right, Bill. So, we're here. We're doing a Sunday night show, probably because we thought we would be getting some juicy responses from Billy Mitchell over this past weekend from the Midwest Gaming Classic. For those of you watching our show tonight, you probably already know what we're going to talk about. But those for you podcast listeners who listen to us in your car or stream our video at a later date, if you're under a rock by now, if you don't know, Twin Galaxies has removed not only Billy Mitchell's disputed Donkey Kong scores, 10.4, 10.5, and 10.62, they've removed all of Billy Mitchell's scores, including the Perfect Pac-Man, the Donkey Kong Jr. one that was under dispute as well, erased from the scoreboard. And I don't know if Glenn will be able to talk on Twin Galaxy. Well, we can't ask Twin Galaxy's behalf, but we did notice that Twin Galaxies has never referred to Billy Mitchell as cheating, but has removed all the scores. Basically didn't state it, just do it by actions if you read the terms and conditions on the Twin Galaxies website. So what do you think, Glenn? You think it's finally over?
Well, I hope so. I mean, Billy issued a statement today. It wasn't really much of a statement.
No.
Paperwork and people are going to come forward, which, what's that going to prove? That's my honest opinion.
Yeah, and that's kind of been the consensus for the past, I think it's only been about 2 or 3 hours, actually. There was a good friend and the organizer of the Kong Off, Richie Knuckles, said he was going to have a statement earlier Friday, then he canceled not going to do it. And as much as an official announcement from him, it was very weird to just, it's a minute. Obviously, he scripted it as best as he did. We're not going to play it back, folks. You guys have probably already seen it on the web. But it was very short and sweet, saying, like Glenn said, there's going to be some documents, some witnesses from a professional. I don't know. I don't want to quote anything because I'm not reading it word for word. But I don't know. You gotta assume Jace Hall from Twin Galaxies is a video professional, created video games, runs a video production company. it's kind of hard to not consider those individuals professionals.
Yeah, exactly.
So we'll see. And based on, well, see, the thing is about this is actually the first like official words you hear from Billy. You know, everything else has been through somebody else, you know, through a friend or a post or a different, or Carlos, for example. Nothing's been officially from Billy until this point once the scores have been removed. So I know that was probably planned because he always has a plan.
Yeah, but he's had so much time to get all this stuff. That's
Yeah,
the
but
other thing.
yeah, I don't know. It's probably his plan.
The deal was open since August.
Yeah. So we'll see. I mean, yeah, like I said, nothing is over. Thanks for liking the clock on the wall, Bill. I appreciate it. If you got a Twitch Prime account, you know, you can hit that subscribe button right up there. That helps once in a while too. If you're watching on Twitch, probably watch it on Facebook. I just noticed. But yeah, it's been. I guess my whole. I don't want to say complaint or is the community, the Twin Galaxies horsekeeping, no, scorekeeping community is always been in fractures, but now since this, there is definite divide in the lines. You are a Billy. It seems on the social media, either you are a Billy supporter and now Twin Galaxies is the worst thing of all time, or you believe that Twin Galaxies actually has credibility and you're on Twin Galaxies sign. And there is definitely, I don't know about this in real life, but it seems on the social media aspect of our community, there is a definite line now in between, which is sad. Wouldn't you agree, Glenn?
Yeah, I've seen my friends like argue with each other the past like week. So I don't like to see my friends argue with each other, but it is what it is. People believe what they're going to believe. And but yeah, like you said, that's pretty much the saddest part about it. Is watching people fight over the issue, and it should be done. I mean, you've had how many months to fight over it? Just resolve it.
Mr. Todd Freeman, would you be willing to call into our show? Are you in front of a computer, possibly with a web camera? I saw your comment, and I'm curious if you have some interesting things to say from the Midwest Gaming Classic. Plus, I'm interested in the new venue. I see people are asking you questions in the chat. I did, but I'm saying neutral. So you don't want to share anything about just the situation? I see you in the chat there. I don't want you to take a side. I just want to let you know how the experience was. But yeah, I understand if you don't. Who wouldn't at that point?
Yeah, touchy subject.
Yeah, very touchy subject. Now I know it's kind of touchy for me to say things too. I get messages all the time because like, hey, you've been a head ref, you could be pulled into this, blah 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 blah. You're the one with the video recording of the 10.62 tape. I wasn't the only one, but there was. I mean, I guess personally, that's the one that bugs me about this is the 1.062. Obviously, people will argue and say Steve was cheated. He's the first million point. But is from my angle coming into the Twin Galaxies realm at that 2010 International Video Game Hall of Fame, starting to do this podcast for you guys. Thanks to Pete Bouvier and Walter Day, kind of signing us on as the official podcast for Twin Galaxies back in the day. It was very uncomfortable for me. And the other referees meeting these people for the first time because of that 1.062 score. And I felt that Billy unfairly took his fame and he kind of stole the spotlight, in my opinion, from the International Video Game Hall of Fame that he was being inducted into 30 minutes after that press conference he held and asked me to videotape for him. So that's kind of... Do I have a personal grime with Billy Mitchell? No. I think he's awesome. He's done a lot of things, but credibility is first and foremost. So,
And how he got, how do you want to say this? How he got his records pushed through like before everyone else.
Yeah,
That was
yeah,
verified in like a week.
yeah, that's part of my gripe. I was the 10.062 was he's lucky enough to have two Twin Galaxies referees verify his score. And there's tapes and tapes at that time because I met all the referees and how backlogged they were and learned the stories how Bouvier wouldn't allow more referees and people kept submitting in more and more tapes and they were all volunteers at this point and Pete wouldn't allow more. So I know of all these arcade world records that are sitting on all these referees that I just met at this event. They're telling me how many tapes they have and how backed up they are and how they don't have time and they do it for free. And then Billy Mitchell walks in and leapfrogs all those other arcade submissions and gets verified like that. That's my gripe for that score. So when I saw the dispute, I figured my videotape should be included. I'm not deciding. I'm not smart enough. I do know how to make MAME tapes on VHS, but I do not have access. I do not have access to a Donkey Kong arcade machine, and if I did, I don't think I would have it long enough in my possession to test it. I think I'd be setting it on fire before coming out with any positive or negative results. Let's look through the chat. Walter should fall with Billy. I don't know where Walter's gonna fall. Is it? Do we need to also remove Walter's score if there's more evidence to find out collusion? Because if you're gonna collude Walter Day, yeah, if we're gonna do this remove all scores things, we're gonna remove a lot more scores, which might be good. I know a lot of people say Twin Galaxies should just start all over, but we'll see. That's Jace's call. Kenny, people do seem to care what the facts are. It's just depending on which side you're on. All right, what's going on the Twitch? Real quick, Glenn, have you started playing any games from the MGL?
Yeah, Commando.
Commando,
Trying to hit 100K and then submit that.
My goal is not quite that high, but I have a specific goal. It's not a placing goal on the leaderboard. It's just a flat score. Like you're going for 100,000. I'm not going that high, but I'm very frustrated with that game.
Yeah, that's a special game there.
It is a special game from 1985. The other game is currently that's you can play in the MGL is Wonder Boy. Yeah, so it's a Sega game. I bet you love it.
Yeah, it's great.
That is definitely not a fun game. To you, Michael, do you think Billy will do something against TG or Jace Hall or Jace? Based on this, or I guess a couple hours ago, the rebuttal or the information, I don't think Billy will go after Twin Galaxies or Jace. I believe when this is all said and done, if Billy really, really wants the scores to be accepted by anybody, it should be by the entity that he helped build with Walter Day. And be recognized by Guinness. I mean, is he going to just... It can't be... I don't think there's enough monetary support for him to sue over. I don't think it's that valuable.
And I don't think Jason's afraid if he tries to sue.
Yeah, if Billy does do something, obviously it'll probably be settled, or it will go the full board, and it'll be hilarious to hear about it in some newspaper because they'll probably both keep it hush hush as long as they possibly can. Was the Perfect Pac-Man done live in person, or was that a tape too? Nope, that was live done in person. So, yeah, and there is a tape of it as well. So, I wasn't around in 1999. Oh, I mean, do you think they'll try to disqualify Twin Galaxies and Jace? Well, I don't know if Billy Mitchell will do, but Billy Mitchell supporters already do that. But just on on one score. If you check out social media, they've already discredited Twin Galaxies, and so it's like the opposite. Twin Galaxies has just gained a whole bunch of credibility and probably new users and new believers, and then they probably lost a lot. So it's probably just been a whole big wash at this point. Oh, anything else in the chat? Have we talked about it enough, Glenn?
I don't know.
I don't know. I guess we'll start. We'll talk about more questions. If you guys want to really join in the conversation, I can private message you and give us. If you have a web camera and a decent microphone, more than welcome to join us. Like I said, this has kind of been what we really hope, and maybe on this channel we can do a little bit more of some live and adjudication. This dispute is over. The dispute is closed. We're hoping many of you fans and watchers of Twin Galaxies of competitors will wander on over to that adjudication thread instead of the dispute thread, and maybe getting some more scores. The adjudication queue is up to about 1,700 submissions, which is, I believe that's the highest it's been.
It's a lot of Angry Birds.
Well, there's a lot of Angry Birds, and there's a lot of, I can't remember it. There's some music mix. It's not like Guitar Hero. It's similar to Guitar Hero or something. There is a lot of that. I do agree with you, Glenn. But there's a lot of new users that might be stuck in there, and they might need a little help, or they might have done something wrong. It might be good for the community to go in there and upvote those first, or just pick your favorite platform. Some people's favorite platform's arcade. For me, it's Intellivision. I typically just go to Intellivision and Aquarius, and that's why you always see Intellivision Aquarius scores on here. Sega Genesis, time to time. That's a one way to go through the queue. Or, if you're like Billy Mitchell, just go to the MAME. Oh, he can't adjudicate anymore either, can he?
Oh, it's banned, man.
That's a bummer.
It's banned, bro.
Adjudicating is the best part.
But he can compete in the MGL if he goes to AussieArcade.com. Signs up over there.
Yeah, I have not heard a statement saying he's not able to participate there.
There's a main tournament.
Oh, Lisa from it's not Iowa anymore. It's, I think, Kansas. It'd be interesting to see who else's scores will be disputed. It is very interesting because if you guys didn't know by now, Walter's Day score is being disputed. Isn't that crazy, Glenn?
Yes. The score of 1 point in Bosconian.
Yes. On MAME. Shockingly enough, it's MAME. Yeah, it's obviously Walter was just typing in scores or doing a test run, maybe on the first website. I'm curious why you would pick that.
It's a great game, dude.
Well, I'm just curious why he picked Bosconian. Why didn't he pick Asteroids? It's A in the list, or I don't know.
Bosconian's better.
Well, but why would he put that on? I don't know. I bet Walter will have some crazy story if I asked him. I go, do you remember inputting a score for Bosconian for 1 point? Why did you? He's like, yeah, I was just testing the system. Why did you pick Bosconian specifically on me? Yeah, I don't know.
He's a huge Bosconian fan.
Yeah, Bosconian's a great game.
The only ROM he had on his computer at the time.
That's true. Well, it's not. It's not like he actually needed to play the game because he obviously didn't, because he got a score of 1.
Maybe it was a typo and he meant to put 100.
Oh, or 10. Maybe he blew up an asteroid and.
Yeah.
Actually, to come think of it,
I would like to see the INT.
I guess you can get a score of 0 on that game, because I was thinking if he has a collision with an asteroid, he's going to get 10 points. But I believe if you get shot by the ships, then obviously you don't get any points. So you can go for a low score of 0 on that. Keith Apicary, where are you? We need you to get a score of 0 on Bosconian for MAME.
Kind of hard to do.
Yes. Half angry. Oh, the The queue is half Angry Birds, half Gran Turismo. Yeah, there's a lot of PAL Gran Turismo. Like I said, if you guys let me take care of the scoreboard, it'd be a lot different. You guys have some marathon runs on Angry Birds and Gran Turismo to determine who's the best. Yes. I feel like it was Mark McGuire cheated, but it was exciting to watch the Homer race. Yeah, I guess. I compare it more to Lance Armstrong. He hit it so well.
Barry Bonds.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, they still got They didn't take away their home runs those years. You know.
Yeah.
They didn't take away their previous stats from the previous years either. William McAvoy, Data God, will the convention event scene be impacted by all of this? Of course not, folks. People don't travel 600 miles or get on a flight from California to Milwaukee or go from New York to Arcade Expo just for Billy Mitchell or Walter Day. No, they go for the camaraderie of the other competitors or the event or just the games themselves. It's a silly question, Data God. I think you purposely put that in there. So.
Mostly to go and hang out with friends.
That's the main reason. Your internet friends. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Various pinball for sale on Facebook. I have to interrupt this broadcast and see what's for sale. Hey, for those folks out there, I am looking for a Galaga cocktail. That's my next purchase. Then I am selling video games off like there's no tomorrow. I have too many video games. I'm looking for a Galaga cocktail. Sorry, folks. I'm watching my own broadcast. You playing anything else other than MAME, Glenn?
Yeah, just Commando and occasional World of Warcraft.
Yeah. The after parties at MGC are worth it. Yes, the after parties are always probably the best part of MGC. Wouldn't you say, Glenn?
Yeah, that's what you look forward to.
Yeah, me and Glenn had a great time last year. I'm blanking. I know the other group that we were with last year. Why am I blanking on Pat? Star World's after party. Their room was always great. That's where me and Glenn hung out last year. That was pretty fun. Our competition, games, beers. I can't say any of their names right tonight.
Guys, Games, and Beers.
Guys, Games, and Beers. They're great. Around 12 o'clock, we always play. Son of a bitch. Damn it. I can't remember anything. I'm getting old. Werewolf, yes. I was about to say Indian, but that's not.
What?
Well, there's a game called Indian, not to be, against Indians or anything, but you do this and you drink. I thought it's not similar, but I just know there's a lot of drinking in Vegas. The Midwest Gaming Classic does happen annually. It is awesome, and it's more about pinball. I'll tell you that. Typically, Stern comes. Actually, every pinball manufacturer pretty much comes with all their new games, and then people sell their machines. And some of them work, some of them don't, but it's still awesome. The museum's always great. The network room is always great. I'm curious if that was there, because I believe if there's some type of show here in Detroit, I'm going to provide a network room of old networking. I finally got 8 Windows 98 machines running. They all got Doom. They all got original Counter-Strike. They got Worms. Not the virus type. I think I'm gonna do that if there's some type of video game event in Detroit. Have an old school networking Quake 3. But side subject. It's pretty sweet. All my machines are AMDs. Are pretty darn awesome. They had the network room there. Great. Videostores.net. I gotta check out that website. Is it Nuon Brar? You're not from the U.S.? Oh man, we'll have you fly over one time. Glenn, are you going back to Moon Patrol by chance?
No, not for a while.
Not for a while. Taking a break from Donkey Kong Jr. too?
Yeah, I'm probably going to focus mostly on the MGO for now until I get sick of playing those games, and then we'll see what happens.
Yep. I missed the MGC. You should come next time, Lisa. I don't even think that was our fake name for her. I think it was something else. Yes, Bill, travel for friendships, definitely. Possessions stink. Like I said, I got too many video games, and I probably should have sold some so I could go to the Midwest Gaming Classic and get my picture with Billy Mitchell one last time, right?
So you can say that you stood next to Bill.
I know you have a few people from the MG, maybe Todd. There was rumors on the social media that Billy Mitchell was charging $40 to take a picture with him. I can't believe that's true. I don't think he would do that. Could please somebody clarify if he did do that, just for our own recollection. When should our next broadcast, Glenn? When should our next broadcast be? What do you think? We should prepare our fans.
What do you think, man? Well, we can't let them decide because then they'll want us to do it 5 nights.
Yeah, they'll probably want us to go, hey, April 16th, you guys free? Are we thinking the 20th? What's your work schedule? Are we doing a Friday? Do we want to do Sundays more often? What do you guys? Actually, I'll ask that of the crowd. I don't know. Does Sundays work for you, Glenn, or no?
Yeah, Sunday's work for me.
Might be a better idea. We're getting quite a lot more viewership tonight. I don't know. That makes a... No, okay. No, that's not true. Okay, good.
No, that's true, or no?
I have somebody
No, sorry.
saying, yeah, that's true, but I know Todd very well. I'm going to use Todd's credibility and say... I was next to him. He was taking pictures with fans, and they came right up and signed autograph. No charge. Okay. All right. Good for him. He sold hot sauce and posters. Okay.
Well, that's what he always says.
I don't think he made any money. If you take out flight, and I doubt he got an appearance fee. But if he did, good for him. He's the one who has to sleep at night. So... Sunday night's pretty good. You know, I kind of like the Sunday night thing. As long as nothing's going on Sunday night. Sunday night might be a good night to change your show to. Well, stay tuned. Make sure you guys like us on Facebook or join us in the Discord. Or more importantly, follow me on Twin Galaxy's websites. We do want to get off Facebook at some point in time because they're invading your privacy. They're invading my privacy. They're telling me... Facebook's actually telling me what I'm going to get on my score. Like I believe I was playing Commando. Was it last night? I was streaming here on this channel, and Facebook was giving me alerts telling me what my score was going to be, and it was exactly that score. It was crazy. So
Jesus.
I know it's crazy. Zuckerberg's got some things going on that I'm just not quite comfortable with. At this point, when he's telling me what my score is going to be before I actually get it, it's a little bizarre at that point. So let me look at the calendar one more time. What about the 20th or the 27th? Which number is better for you, Glenn? You can check his date book.
The 20th would be better.
20th would be better? Okay. All right, we'll talk, folks. I don't know if we'll be able to pull something together this Friday. We might. Stay tuned. Maybe we'll do something on the 29th.
Yeah.
But it's going to be 20th, 29th, or 4th, I'm assuming you'd be cool with, too, in May.
Let me check my schedule.
Your black book, your little black book?
Yeah, 4th would be all right. 29th would be all right.
Yeah. Speaking of taxation as theft, make sure you guys get your tax returns in by April 17th, which is Tuesday. Make sure they're postmarked. or if you don't have your taxes done, at least file an extension by April 17th if you live in the United States of America, even though that taxation is theft, right, Glenn?
God, don't get me started.
I know. So I figured maybe we should take 2 weeks off. I mean, unless you've done your, taxes.
No, I always file an extension because I don't want to give them the money right away.
Okay. But don't they penalize you if you owe? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know about
Take
that.
it all.
Take it all. Oh, cool. Maybe we'll have
Build
some
them
more.
roads.
Maybe we'll have some more informations. Maybe we'll have some more details from the. Maybe some more videos and stuff from maybe some of you guys who were at the MGC, and hopefully, maybe the Twin Galaxies website will start talking about all the positive stuff that's going on. People adjudicating some more scores. Maybe you guys will start paying attention to everybody else's scores and you might compete more. But until then, make sure you guys compete in the MGL for sure. So I think that's about it for us tonight. We did want to touch on the subject. I guess I wanted to touch on it, how I felt. Glenn kind of prompted this, right? Did you say everything you wanted to say, Glenn?
Yeah.
It's pretty much over with. Yeah, and for you guys, folks at home, if you guys are sick of it, the thing is you can't talk about it. So it's not that Billy is keeping it going. It's not that Jace keeps it going. It's social media that keeps it going.
Yep.
So if you stop, it will stop. The talk about it will stop. And we will not bring this up unless, of course, there's some huge type of piece of news that actually comes about. But as of this point, for those of you listening to us, like we said earlier, Billy Mitchell's scores have all been removed. Some of your ESI has gone down if you've beaten him. So if you were ranked 5th on the Donkey Kong leaderboard, you've lost some ESI. I don't know how that importance to you or how that affects your lifestyle. I'm sad for you, but just beat my score on Medieval Madness for Pinball Arcade for PC. How's that? That's easy enough, right, Glenn?
Yep.
All right. So for my guest co-host, Glenn Updike, I am Michael Sroka. We will see you next time. Peace.
See ya.
Peace. Yeah, this is a hard edit for you folks at home. We're just going to leave whenever the button's pushed.